everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lushile Mali, the Tooth Fairy. If this is your first time seeing my face, hello, hi, how are you doing? And welcome to the fam, to the video. Okay, well, today I'm gonna talk about something that recently happened to me in the clinic, which was bad. Obviously, you guys already know how it is. I keep it real here. This is the actual experience of a dentistry student. I want to keep it real for anyone who's thinking of going into dentistry, things to expect. Maybe this might happen to you, maybe this happened to you, maybe it's yet to happen to you. We're just talking about it, okay? Let's talk about it. Let's get into this. I talk too much. Okay, first of all, I want to talk about the day that I had to extract a tooth. Was it teeth? It was teeth and root remnants. Root remnants is just like the roots remaining when an extraction has been done, or when the crown was too carious, too decayed and just came off. I had to extract this tooth with a colleague of mine, a classmate of mine, and yeah, so let me just start from the beginning. I got into the clinics, and then he was already with the supervisor, so they were already discussing the radiograph. It was found that our patient had granulomas, the patient had a lot of root remnants, and the patient had very carious teeth. Caries is just another word of saying tooth decay. So fine, we decided that we were gonna extract, was it in the first quadrant, so on the patient's right side, the upper teeth. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. Sorry, I'm just gonna use like dentistry terms. I'll try to explain them as I go along, but anyways, we had to extract in the first quadrant, and yeah, that was it. So we went in there, and our patient was female. We went in there and we did our injections, infiltrations, and yeah, the patient was numb. Perfect. Everything's going smooth at this point. Like, well, I'm happy, he's happy, she's happy, everyone's happy. Now it was time to reflect. Now reflecting is the part where that comes before getting the actual, extracting of the tooth. You have to reflect, which means you take a flat plastic, just like a flat instrument, and just go around the tooth. It just separates the tooth from the surrounding tissue. So we're just separating the periodontal ligaments from the tooth. Just making it loose, just loosening it up before we extract. So fine, I did that. That was smooth sailing. And my clinical partner also did, I think he did the 2 root remnants. So everything was fine, smooth, until it came time to extract the tooth. Now, when it came time to extract the tooth, this is when the problem started to begin, because the patient had a predominantly small mouth. She was a small lady, so she had a small mouth, and we were extracting her 8, her wisdom teeth, in the first quadrant, so the right side, this side. So this tooth up here, wait, what? Yeah, the tooth right there at the back. So we were extracting that tooth. Well, I was trying to extract that tooth, but I just couldn't see, like, her buccal mucosa, her cheek was so close to the tooth. Like, it was hard to like get a proper grip with my instrument. So we tried different instruments. I think we used the maxillary forceps, and we also used a upper cow horn. These are just instruments. So I was using these, and part of her crown was actually decayed. So like it was off. So we only had the one piece just hanging on for its life, and then we had to extract that tooth. And the cheek was so close to the tooth. It was such a disaster. So I literally tried my best to get in there, but there was no grip. My clinical partner went in there. There was no grip. We were trying different instruments now. We were trying to get that tooth out of there, but nothing was working, guys. Yo. So fine. Nothing was working. So we finally decided to call the supervisor. And then the doctor comes, and then she takes an elevator. I think it was an elevator. Sorry. Ciao. Anyways, she took an instrument and she kind of looks like a screwdriver. She kind of screwed in there to get the tooth, like it just kind of lifts it up because we already separated from the tissue. So we just kind of had to get it out of there. And then as we were going at it, the lights go off. It's why? So the lights are off. It's dark. I can't see. Like it was a disaster, and I had to extract that tooth. So fine. She carries on with the thing in the dark. We just, at this point, we have my phone hovering over the patient's mouth because we need to see, we need to get this job done. We're already in this, and the anesthesia is gonna wear off. So we need to get this done. So fine, the doctor's in it, she's screaming, she's doing her thing, and then she calls one of us to extract the tooth. My clinical partner goes in there, he gets the tooth out. Good. Now it's time for the root reminiscences. My turn. Okay, and then the supervisor just reflected for us, and I got in there like, oh, she put it in there to get the grip properly. As I went in there, I was holding on, just as I was about to squeeze on the instrument, the thing slipped, like the instrument slipped. I'm thinking to myself, oh no. And then she's like, so you lost the grip. But I lost the grip. So fine, she takes the instrument out of my hand again, and then she puts it back in. And at this point, guys, I can't even see the difference between the tissue and the tooth. Like there's blood everywhere. It was just a mess. And I didn't know what to do at that point, but I just had to stay confident and try to get that root out. It wasn't working. It wasn't corresponding. My vision and what was happening with my hand was not in link. It was not in sync. So fine, I'm going back in there and I try to get it out, and then my instrument slips again. And then the doctor is like, please don't tell me you lost the grip again. And I'm sitting there like, of course I lost the grip again. And then she gets it out. She just takes out the roots, and then I think she gets me to also try to get out the next root. So I pull. Then I realize, no man, this is some tissue I'm putting right here. Then I'm like, okay, let me go back in. And I go back in with my instrument. I try to get the root out. Thank goodness it comes out. But as it comes out with the granuloma. I will insert a video down there so you guys can see what a granuloma looks like. And it was pretty much attached to the roots. And wow, after that was done, the nurse came in and she was like, do you guys need lights? You know the little lights that you have, like you just put them around your headband and it's just so bright, super bright. She comes in when you're done with the extraction and be like, do you guys want light? And I'm like, couldn't you have came like minutes earlier when I was going through the most? Yeah. But then you live and you learn. Each patient is different. There are days in that clinic where I just slay. When I tell you I slay. The reflection is on point. Actually, let's start with the injections. Let's start there. The injections are on point. The reflection is on point. The extraction, I just out of there, like everything just goes well. And then there are days where everything just flips around and everything just goes south, and you're just sitting there like, should I even become a dentist at this point? That was my story, my little story. a little traumatic moment in oral surgery. And honestly, I actually love oral surgery, despite like you just never know how it's never guaranteed. You never guaranteed a great session, you never guaranteed a bad session. You just show up with everything that you prepared days before, and you just hope for the best. And sometimes but sometimes it's so, yeah, that's my story. But we're just keeping it real, and I just want you guys to really see like my experiences, because obviously I cannot do footage of extractions and certain things in the clinics because of patients' privacies. It's just, yeah, sometimes I can. You'll find on my stories the work I've done. Sometimes I can't. So I do try my best to give you guys the full view of what it's like. It's not easy, and sometimes it's smooth sailing. You just never know what's gonna happen in your sessions. All you can do is pray, prepare, and hope for the best. So I'll see you guys in my next video. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. Have a blessed week. Enjoy your day, evening, depending on which time you watch this video. And